Hello, BookTube. It occurred to me belatedly after that last video, 30 minutes on conspiracy theories, that I owed you another video on the aforementioned literary content in some of the magazines that I got today. Like, for instance, the New Atlantic. So I thought we'd just briefly go through that so you didn't suffer for nothing. So let's look at the literary coverage this time around. Okay, so Kate, the first, they lead off their book coverage with Caitlyn Flanagan, who's fantastic. She's just an incredible writer on books, and she's writing a long piece about Nabokov's Lolita and that book, The Real Lolita, by Sarah Weinman, that I think we saw on this channel. So that's great. I don't care for Lolita at all, but I'll read Caitlyn Flanagan. I'll read anything she does. And then we have paperbacks. These things are in paperback. Whole page of paperbacks. The Kellogg's, about the battling Kellogg brothers. Fantastic book. Ranger Games, about a clean-cut, good kid who's suddenly involved in a crime, and no one who knows him knows any reason why. And this is the paperback that tells that story. Ranger Games is great. This is Life 3.0 by Max Tegmark, which I really liked. At the Stranger's Gate by Adam Gopnik, which I reviewed for the Christian Science Monitor. It's a wonderful collection of well-told stories about living in New York decades ago. And this last one is The Hypnotist by Lars Kepler, who did it wasn't The Hypnotist. Help me out here, BookTube. What was the Lars Kepler book that we saw on this channel? Was it The Stranger or something like that? I forget the title. The title was very boring, like The Hypnotist, but the book was incredible. Lars Kepler, it was amazing, whatever that was called. I loved it. I don't think I got The Hypnotist. But anyway, that's a page full of really good paperbacks. Good, really good, from Anchor Books. And then what have we got next? Oh, fantastic. Sophie Gilbert does a 2-page piece on the book that I've mentioned before by Anne Boyd Rio, Meg Jo Beth Amy, The Story of Little Women. That's what the book looks like. That is such a good book. Oh, great. A 2-page write-up in The Atlantic. That's fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, it's 3 pages long. Fantastic. So Sophie Gilbert is a staff writer at The Atlantic, and she just gives this thing the write-up that it deserves. That's wonderful. Book's incredible. I have been seriously thinking about reviewing it. I think I will try to review it. The only problem is I don't know Little Women as well as its biggest fans. Not at all. I'm willing to admit that. Oh, okay. Someone named Rebecca Giggs does... Wow, look at that artwork. Look at that. There's a skeleton over there. Look at that whale artwork. This is a long piece on Nick Peyerson's Spying on Whales. His new natural history of spying on whales. That's great. That's fantastic. A nice big coverage of that. Oh, and then look at that. Adam Kirsch, who's fantastic. Adam Kirsch is great to read. He does a long piece on what we just saw. That book about of Kafka's literary legacy. What happened to Kafka's Last Trial by Benjamin Balin. What happened to his manuscripts. Max Broad's flight out of the country and resistance to Kafka's alleged last wishes to have all of his works burned. Fantastic. Oh, that's great. The only problem with back-to-back great covers like this is that I worry that the last page of one review will be the first page, will be on the opposite side of the first page of another. I won't be able to keep them all. And then there's also Ann Hulbert does a brief thing on Sight by Jesse Greengrass in its hideous American version. So that's satisfying book coverage. It would be satisfying anyway, but in this case, it's aside from the Lolita bit, I haven't read The Real Lolita, but aside from that, I've read all these things, and can't wait to see what these people say about them. And then the only other marquee thing, I don't think it's a book. I'm pretty sure that this particular subject has not been covered in a book. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But this is about a woman who has an alternate theory of what killed the dinosaurs. She says it was a series of massive volcanic eruptions rather than an asteroid strike. And I think the piece is probably going to be as much about the incredible turf wars that developed as a result of her alternate theory as it is about her theory itself. But that's great. I can't wait. And I also don't quite remember if she has a book on the subject. Her name is, let me see, her name is Gerda Keller. That is what she's proposing, an alternative to an asteroid strike to kill the dinosaurs. I'll have to see if she has a book. I don't think she does. I'd have noticed it already. I'd like to write about it if she does. But there you go. That is the Atlantic. That is the new issue of the Atlantic. This is how ICE went rogue. That is their headline-grabbing front piece. But I wanted to give you just a brief PS on the literary content of the magazines that I got, since I subjected you to a whole bunch of talk about conspiracy theories. So I'm not going to make this a long video. I'll just wrap this up now and let you know, in case you're interested in getting it yourself, that the new Atlantic that will be on the stands very soon has lots of great literary content right in the middle of the issue. Fantastic. And also a long and very good, I'm sure it will be fascinating, article on how the dinosaurs really died, which is one of those evergreen subjects that you never get tired of. I think this one also has, if I remember, online mentions. I think this also has a really interesting piece on a writer who goes through her entire account on Facebook. She goes through everything that she has ever done on Facebook. She goes all the way to the back and then just keeps moving all the way forward, and reports on that. It seems like an amazing experience. So there you go. There'll be lots of literary content in that. So I'll wrap this up for now. Terribly sorry to bombard your inbox, BookTube. No more videos today. I'll be back tomorrow with strictly bookish fare, I assume. Thank you.